All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Oh, snap. Hold on. All right, peace, peace, peace. Um, yeah, just want to focus on I just want to come back with a video real quick. Yeah, hopefully most of y'all is blessing your day, man. Yeah, man. I just wanted to say a little thing too, kind of going into what I was just talking about in the one latter videos, man. It's like and two, it's just like the aspect of of because I was thinking about this the other day, man. It's like of just focus on on the people that do care, man. Because that's what the Most High House Shot does, man. Like all this stuff, this is me. I think about it. It was funny years ago. I seen it, but it's still true. Like people have imaginary haters, or just worry about haters, or worry about people that don't like them or dislike them. Man, focus on people that love you, man. That's what the Most High in your house shall do, man. They don't be worrying about people that don't believe and don't like them, man. No, they focus on the people that just their servants that do like them, that do love them, man. People that do love them. So man, that's is what it is, man. So focus it because I know too in the word outside the word, man. People is focusing on the wrong thing, man. Like why would I like why would one just be focused on people that don't get it, or people that don't want to be around you, or people that don't you know uh um like you focus on the ones that do, man. So even if it's a few amount, man, because like how should I say, two or three, I'm in the midst of there, man, or two better than one. So it don't even matter, man. So that's I always tell me working with youth over the years, especially recently, man, these past year, I always tell um my students, man, and what life has told me, because you're always gonna have only two or three real you know friends like that, the actual people that got your back. Cause it was one that's not always true for everybody, but that's really kind of most of the time it is what it is. Two or three real the wealth one. Some people like scriptures say friends stick closer. I mean, brothers stick closer than a friend, or friends like damn their brother. That's the time of calamity. Just paraphrasing, but no, it is what it is, man. But that's what that common me second nature said, man. Because um, let's get 913, man. Don't be focusing on the wrong thing. Shoot, I could fall victim to this too, man. So, because it is what it is. Second Ezra chapter 9 13 says, and therefore be not thou curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, and who the world there is, and from whom the world was created. So yeah, man, this is like that always ties into that, man. Like focus on that, man. It's like, you know, um, uh, just like it says in Amos, man. Won't you desire the day of the Lord, man? Because it's because I always say the brother sent me the first one too. Now, even he said it perfectly, but I was thinking about this over the years in the word. It's like, listen, all that stuff like that day, man. I don't. Why would I want to see the Most High's wrath and indignation, like anger, man? Because I was watching a class last night, about True Nation, and they was going to the days of Noah, things of that nature. So it was very fitting, but they were kind of going into that, but how with destruction things going on. But now I'm not don't say anything about them, because that was what it was about. But a lot of times too, in the word, I notice we're just focusing on that. Even certain brothers I know, and you know, and I don't know if we're sure, bro, other just that dudes focus on that, because I get it. We're in the world out there where we're extravagant people. Like we the oohs and ahs, things of that nature. But shoot, why not just witness the peace, to want to see the peace in the world to come, that the place of pleasure, man, the Garden of Eden. That's what That's what I hope and expect for. That's what I desire, man. That's all that other stuff, man. I mean, I know it's gonna happen because it's written to happen. It's most likely Yahweh's will for that to happen. It is what it is, but that's just man. But that's neither here nor there, man. But that's just going to. But it's also too, man. Like the brother Kwame Call says, man. And Mashah said, why just focus on what's what's going to happen. I get it, no, because it's written in there for a reason. So I get it, understand. But with making that the main focus, it's like, okay, how do we get out of it? Like the brother Kwame Call said last week in this camp, he said the Most High in your house, they always provided a way out when they were bringing destruction. So that's what it is, to focus on the way out. Because I always say it's like the old cartoons, we tied on the train track, and somebody next, I'm saying this is somebody next to me, oh, the train coming, they're gonna be like to me, well, I know that, how do we get out of this, man? So that's just is what it is, man. So yeah, man, that's just like, and also too, on a natural tip too, is focus on people that doesn't like, that don't like want to be around you, don't like you, man. Focus on your loved ones that do love you, like you, man. Don't that want to be around you, that have your best interest, man. So, which leads me to Sirach chapter 4 verse 22. Because you also always use it. I often use it about comparing yourself to other people. Don't do that. But also too, it says, "Accept no person against thy soul. Let not the reverence of any man cause you to fall." So yeah, man, like the people that against yourself, people that don't like want to be around you, that's against like as a reverse to you. Okay, this mine. Don't even be around them. Like Kevin Hart said it perfectly in an interview years ago, man. And I kind of had the same way. I had the same mentality, man. He said, "Listen, man. He said, listen. Somebody asked him about haters. He said, listen, man. I'm the type, man. If I have haters, I don't even want to know. Like I just don't. I don't know. People that don't like me or people don't I hate or something. I don't want to know. Things of that nature. Like, no, I'm the same way. Like I don't even know if I ever had like quote unquote haters in my life. If I did, I didn't want to know about it. If I um, yeah, but he say too, if you do, but it's the other side of the spectrum, which I'm about to get into. But because they like they say, man, if you don't have if you have haters, you are doing something great. You are doing something right. Like if you don't, that's not because they say if you don't have haters, then you're not doing anything right. That's partially true, things that nature. But sometimes people just do what they do. They just fly on the radar. It is what it is. But they might have, but not much. But it is what it is. What it is, man. But I'm just like that's just is what it is too. But lo and behold, to him though, his biggest hater, like honestly, with Kevin Hart, was his damn wife, was his ex-wife, man. Because that's true, man. That's kind of what I talked about a few months ago with that whole jealousy, like having a woman jealous of you, man. That's like kind of the worst thing, man. It's like true. A lot of times, true with our people, because Jeremiah 6:2, like they jealous of the Lord. When they choose, they want to be like the Most High Yahweh. So it's like that. That's why I say it's nothing like this, like or bad thing, man. I was actually just reading that in Proverbs. They said they actually know it. Let's look at that in Proverbs because I was going to talk about this in another video, but that just goes into because a lot of times too, just because you're married doesn't mean you're a wife, or just like you. Well, if you're married doesn't mean you're that title. Like if you're a husband doesn't mean if you're married doesn't mean your husband. If you're married doesn't mean you're your wife. This means you're married. So that kind of goes for both. But I say that what I just said because the Proverbs, even Solomon said there's nothing worse than that. That's why, because it's akin to that. Like you being hating the Most High house, being that's why it's and that Kevin Hart thing, that was his biggest, it's from afar, because she's still trying to benefit off of him, because apparently her reason is that she wrote well, that's definitely during Kevin towards his peak, like that old 2009, 2013. I think those are his best years in stand up. But she claimed that she wrote some of his stuff, which I doubt, because I actually know most of that stuff. I know people that knew Kevin Hart personally, being from Philly. I actually had a coworker of mine, that whole joke about the way they laugh at my pain. While him being lifeguard and somebody drowning, that was true. That was a true story. That was based off of my old coworker, my old his little brother. So I could tell he was lying in. But neither here nor there about that, man. It's just more bad when that happens, when especially when a woman that you're supposed to significant other, a woman that you're supposed to be with is jealous of you. So it's kind of akin to the Most High Yahshua, us being jealous of them, hating them. So but yeah, Proverbs chapter 30 in verse verse 21. I'll get this. He said there are four things that that the earth itself cannot tolerate. I'll just read the point. It says, get the point. It says 23, a hateful woman who gets married, and a servant woman who takes place of her mistress. So yeah, he said a hateful woman that gets married. That's what going to what we were just talking about. But anyway, man. But I'm the same way, man. I don't if I did in my life or do, I don't even want to know about it, man. I'm focusing more on ones that whose lives can I make better, whose lives can I impact, just for the Most High House's namesake, and for principles I stand on as a man. But also too, man, let me say this as a balance too, because some people feel in their endeavor, whatever they do, some people feed off that. Some people feed that. That's what makes them great. Because like a Kobe or Floyd Mayweather, or even Michael Jordan to agree. I think, but Michael Jordan's more like this. Competitiveness is more personal. He didn't really feed off that, but just like, that's why Kobe in his last, like, that told 2016, his retirement year, his retirement season, his farewell tour, whatever. He had that commercial where he's composing when people that hated him. Some people feed off of that. But that's part of that dark energy and stuff like that with them in their world, because they're like, at the end of the day, that's another story for another day. But they're like they're into witchcraft. They're into like the left hand side command Babylon Mystery school system. Of course, that was well known about Kobe, even Floyd Mayweather allegedly to a degree. I say allegedly, even though there's a lot of things that go with them being Masons, but that just is what it is. But yeah, man, it's that Ice Cube spirit, the nigga you love to hate. Some people feed off of that, man. Some people like Kobe, Floyd Mayweather, like, things of that nature, like, and some people, like, it's gotta be, and that's what it's so important of just being yourself, man. That's the best, that was the best advice I got in this world. Like, listen, like, other brother told me, listen, just keep the faith of the Most High in your house, in His laws, statutes, commandments, His instruction, and just be yourself, man. Because, like, that's why I say that, because even speaking of basketball, LeBron tried to do that. Like, when he came to the Heat that year, 2011, like, he tried, and that wasn't him. Like, he likes. He kind of clearly like wants to be like. He clearly likes the attention things, and that he does that just, you could tell that just wasn't him. So you could tell, and it kind of, he's not that type of, his archetype, his psyche is not that. Well, I'm saying this is a part because I don't know these people, I don't know the man, but yeah, man, that's just is what it is though, man. But I said to say, man, like, yeah, man, the Most High house, they aren't concerned about people that don't love them. It's like, listen, I'm not worried about those people. I bring destruction and calamity into life. But other than that, man, like, when they, like, but most of that time, he's not even worried about them, man. It's like, they're not worried about them. They're, like, their eyes are everywhere. They're in the midst of everywhere, but, they bring judgment. They do what they do because who they are. But, yeah, man, that's just not what it is, man. Some, like, let's focus on people that do love you, man, do have your best interest, man. So, that's just that's just is what it is, man. Because, like, yeah, because, like, it is too. Even if that happens, like Genesis 30 and 33, man, let one, hold your peace and let the Most. No, I'll get both of them real quick, man. Ain't gonna hurt if that does happen, man. But so you don't even have to respond, man. Let's get this Genesis 30 and 33. It says, and So shall my righteous answer for me in the time to come, when it shall my hire before thy face, and everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats and among the sheep shall be counted stolen with me. So that's what Yahushua said to he's going, when he says separate the sheep from the goats. That's what that, of course, shout out to brother Semi Firstborn for pointing that out. But let's get Exodus 14:14, man. It says, listen, it says, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Yeah, man, just hold your peace, man. Like, always got a lot of times, like, when people saying things, or people like to respond to a lot of people, like, they end the word out there where they would, like, respond to people that the quote unquote haters and something. Oh, man, sometimes you gotta, like, there is times to address certain things, like, comes in sometimes too, like, like that Jay-Z song on the Blueprint 3, on, like, what came in 09, the Reminder. He had a song called Reminder where he reminds people of his accolades, because Paul had to do that. Like, sometimes, like, listen, I was Pharisee of Pharisee, like, who's putting more work than me, like, but also too, like, Proverbs, like, Solomon said, listen, I'll have answer whoever has something to say about me. But most of the time, that, man, you're gonna let the Lord, the Most High your house shall, like, fight for you, speak on your behalf, and going to defend you, man. So that's just is what it is, man. So yeah, but focus on the ones that do love you, man. Focus on the ones that do love you and have your best interest. Like, don't be the ones that are against thy soul, man. Just, like, accept this. Listen, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way. Like, I ain't worry about all that. So it is what it is. Not here to be liked, man. It's all good. Well, as long as the Most High house shall like you, it is what it is, man. But also too is the balance. So, like, you do want to leave a good name, things of that nature. Like, your name, because I'm big on that. Like, Marlo from The Wire said, my name is my name. That's why I see why he, like, did that. I understand that. But one, for him, was more like power, and what more on evil side, because, that's another story for another day. But yeah, man, this is what it is. Hopefully this is edifying, like a damn animal cracker. But yeah, man, so peace.